Hey friends, today's topic is embracing your insecurities. And this is the first video for the cleaning up category. So we're going to talk about not only embracing and enhancing your insecurities, but we're going to go deeper into the psyche. And we're going to start to uncover the method that's called shadow work. 321 shadow work. So this video is for anybody who wants to live more holistically, wholly, healthier, happier, really to progress faster and have a life of more meaning and less so wishy-washy and temperamental. So if you're a person that easily gets swayed by other people, or can have a bad day because somebody else is having a bad day, or they make you feel inferior or dumb, then this video is going to help you understand how to correct it. This is a really corrective video, very practical, very useful. So I'll just jump in. I got this from the Integral Life Practice. Ken Wilber and a few others, incredible authors, compiled this book of mind, body, spirit, and shadow. And I highly recommend it, especially if you're in this personal development journey. It's a book that I don't hear many people talking about, but one that can set you ahead. It'll save you years of just kind of going around, just kind of meandering, and it'll bring everything together really nice. So, this is the shadow process. And for those of you who don't know, that is basically repressed feelings that can start as early as when we're kids for survival reasons or societal reasons. They say, hey, you can't be angry. You can't be jealous. They say, you can't do this. And so, as kids, usually it starts out like, oh, God, I can't be just so pride and greedy and full of money or whatever it may be. So, we repress this stuff. The stuff that says, that's bad. Or somebody says, that's bad. You can't think like that. So, and what happens is when we grow up, we see people and we're like, geez, look at that guy. Just pompous and full of himself. Or look at, so whatever it may be, there's people that irritate us and annoy us or hurt us and make us sensitive. You see, this happens on a day-to-day basis, sometimes knowing and sometimes unknowing. But the way to kind of, if you guys were growing up, like my mom always told me, well, nobody can make you feel a certain way. Like, this kid's making me feel dumb, or this kid's making me feel left out. Well, according to that advice, you can only make yourself feel a certain way. The people around you do their certain actions, but it has no bearing on you whatsoever. It's how you manifest your thoughts and feelings towards that person, project upon them, is what's making you feel upset or irritated or sensitive. So, this 321, it takes that directly into account. And that is third perspective, second perspective, first perspective. It goes something like face it, talk to it, be it. If you're taking notes, write that down. I'm going to tell you how to do it. Now, let's say that you can do this like right when you wake up and like think about your dreams that made you have a strong reaction, or at the end of the day, and a person made you have a strong reaction. So I like to do it at nighttime myself. And so let's say I'm sitting there. I actually did today on the bench, a park bench. It was raining. It was real peaceful. It's an easy way because once you start being comfortable with your shadow, nobody can mess with you, in a sense. Life becomes way more playful and entertaining because you can handle any kind of pressure or stress in a much more creative way. It also frees up this energy that we've been trying to, protect ourselves from. So let's say, okay, for a park bench, for example. Now, first step, this third perspective is it. So, and it may sound goofy, but just try to track with me, follow along, and the results will speak for themselves. This is something I think everybody should do, at least try, even though it sounds goofy. Here's the goofy part. Imagine this person like in an empty chair sitting across from you. And that's what I did today at the bench. It was an empty bench. I said, what perfect timing. So I said, look at this person. Hey, you make me feel, I started just describing it, or it. All right. So look, you're full of yourself. You're pompous and greedy and whatever it may be, however it makes you feel. So you list it all out, and then you bring it. That's the third perspective. Then you bring it down to the second perspective and have a conversation directly with this person. So, well, yeah, you make me feel like this. You so you can actually talk back and forth. And as goofy as it sounds, you're going to get these answers. And you say, well, why do you do this? Well, how come this? Whatever, why do you make me feel insecure? And so you're going to start getting these answers. It's pretty profound. And then the next step, you turn to that first. So that's a talking to it. Then you turn it into be it. You become it. And you say, wait a minute. Actually, this is where responsibility takes place. Actually, I'm insecure. I'm greedy. I'm whatever these emotions are that's coming up. There could be a slew of them: pride, angry, depressed. And you say, wait a minute. Actually, I am. And that's okay. I am uh, jealous, and that's okay. I am greedy, and that's okay. Because as human, we have all these emotions. Look, we're not better than the next person. We have all these emotions come inside of us. Just a lot of times we just try to hide them, and we try to put that perfect image. Geez, I'm better than that. And so if you don't actually integrate it, it can steer your life in a really ugly way to where you're doing nothing but judging other people. So in order to really mature and take that next level of growth, you start to actually identify with all these emotions you've been trying to sweep under the rug. So when you start to do that and you start to accept it and allow it, all the energy you spent before trying to deny it now is actually you can feel it and it's working. When you feel it in your body, it kind of lighten you up. You can get giddy and happy, and you finally like, oh my, I accepted a piece of myself that I've been neglecting for so long. Okay, this is going to make you a better human. This is going to make you grow up much quicker. It's going to make your life much more fuller, because instead of denying all these actual truths that are part of you, you start to encompass what it is to be a whole person. All right. Now, like Freud is psychotherapy, and in this cleaning up, I'll have more talks about different psychotherapy techniques and processes, but it's about cleaning up that shadow side to where you shine a light and you look in all these corners that have been just neglected for all these years. And so he breaks it down nicely into that it, like we talked about. What is it that's making you feel shitty? And then the next step, I. Well, this it turns into I. I am this. And then that I turns into mine. And I own this. I wear it like a badge of honor. This isn't me. This is what makes me unique. You see? And then that mine is all experienced in this I am. I amness, this greater sense, your fullest potential, we'll say, boom, expanded. Okay? And with that, in these feelings, and instead of taking these feelings of depression and I am angry, okay, you can feel it, and it's okay. You can feel that emotion. And once you're able to do that, and you feel it flowing through, you're able to just release it. And now, when you release it, it turns into like an authentic form of energy that can help you cut through obstacles. Like imagine that anger, and instead of holding on to it and taking it out on everybody else, you can use it, say, to work out. I don't know if you guys have ever done it, or that sadness. And you can use it as a positive form, positive outlets of creativity, for example. So once you start to incorporate all of these emotions and feelings, your quality of life improves dramatically, because now you have all this freed up energy to where you're more authentic. Okay, you're not having to wear all these masks and say what you're not. It's about what you are, and you being that unique individual with all this baggage that's been now accepted and allowed to be, you become just a cool person, one that I don't want to hang out with. Drop a comment if you're trying to work on this already, because we can work on it together. That's the thing about this shadow work. Look, the more mature you get, the more awakened you get, the more the more famous you get and popular, and even the family, as you progress through life, you're going to have different shadows that always pop up. Okay, so this work is lifetime, and it becomes more and more profound, and you get better and better. It gets more and more subtler, and you really will see this transformation, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay. uh, so that's that. Now I'm gonna wrap it up right there. So again, 3, 2, 1 shadow work. Third perspective. It turns into this conversation of second perspective. You turns into I. Become it. Face it. Talk to it. Be it. Okay? It's just that easy, my friends. Good luck. Practical. A little short video, not too shabby. So have fun, and make sure you hit like and subscribe so that you can stay tuned with this next cleanup video that I'll post next week. All right, friends. Until next week. Well, I'll post another one before then. All right.